a very fantastic day, and today we will be having a discussion on the topic mental health. So, when it is mental health, people have various ideas in their mind, but this is a very important topic under discussion for the past 5,000 years. That is why a lot of epic books are based on this mental health. Only. We have not analyzed it. That's all. So today we'll have a discussion on this topic because it has become a very important part in everyone's life. There are a lot of stress, lot of disorders which has been created in the mind because of the day-to-day activities that has changed. So we need to understand that mental health is very important. It was 5,000 years ago because Arjuna was in a mental illness on seeing his relatives ready to fight with him. And then again, Krishna came out with Bhagavad Gita to teach him what is mental health. And then he started fighting. So, in every situation, when we are fighting our own problems, we are into mental illness. Then we need somebody to bring us outside. It might be Bhagavad Gita or it might be life skills, which will take us out from this problem and create mental health. So we will be discussing about various types of stresses also. There are three things that we need to concentrate in this mental health. One is personal. Second one is like social networking. And third one is about development. So these three things are totally disturbed because of this mental illness. First one is personal. There are five things which are really disturbing everyone's mental health, and it becomes mental illness. For example, if one fellow is highly under fear and he doesn't know how to meet things into braveness and develop himself towards braveness, he is into mental illness. He will not develop, he will not face the society, he will not face himself one day, and he will be into various diseases. Very simple thing, fear. Fear is one single poison that kills our brains. Desire is one single poison that kills our courage. It kills our confidence. And it develops another emotion called anger, which kills all the society around us. So, this mental illness has to be changed or transformed into mental health. So, we are going to see what different things we have for this mental health. Okay, initially, we'll start with personal things. There are eight things which I'm going to discuss on this personal health, mental health, sorry. So when it is personal mental health, first one is fear, which I already gave an intro. It Fear is one big mental illness, which has to be transformed into braveness. Next is unwanted desire. This is one sort of mental illness, which has to be transformed into mental health, called wanted desires. Next one is anger, a big mental illness, which has to be transformed into like peace, happiness, and all these things. Another dangerous mental illness is possessiveness, which has to be transformed into love. And another very, very important, most of the people are into this, and that mental illness is imagination. Something will not happen, will they just imagine and they'll get into stress. So personal mental illness will be created. So that is a very dangerous area. So this imagination should be converted into or transformed into creativity. Next is confidence. Here, little bit discussions we should have on this confidence. There are two different ends. One is lack of confidence. Another one is overconfidence, where both are very dangerous illness for a human. And we should have confidence, that is there, but not overconfidence and not lack of confidence. And the next one is we should know what we have to do and what we need to do. If that is not there, automatically illness, all the illness will come together. And we should have a beautiful aim in life. Beyond all this, we should know how to create good relationships. This is very, very important. Lack of creating relationship becomes a big mental illness. So these are the eight things that we are going to discuss initially for a personal mental health. For example, a person, an individual has got mental illness of fear, he will never take next step in his life. Somebody has to push him. You can find people who are around you who has got this mental illness. Make a list, you will understand. They will not take their own decision at all. They will depend on somebody for taking decision, because they will be on a safer side saying that if anything goes wrong, they only told me to do this. Very simple. This happens in your family also. So this is one sort of mental illness, because when they're into a very big situation of taking decisions for life, they will not take. They will have that much of fear, and this fear will disturb everything. There are a lot other phobias also, but this phobia, fear itself, is very very dangerous. That can take you to any part of your life and distract you completely. So the entire basement of your life will be disturbed. So you should be very much clear that fear has to be transformed into braveness. If you see this historic stories and all, or you see any epic books and all, fear will not be a big issue there. They will know how to fight, they will know how to face and everything. So that will not become an issue over there. But if that becomes an issue, you can't do anything in life. That will become a big problem. And if you see, one such character is like Duryodhana in Mahabharata. He has got lot of fear. He depends only on others. He doesn't have self-confidence. But he is a big warrior. If he had believed on himself, he would have not believed on anyone. So that was his big problem. He had fear whether he will lose the show. So he had to believe on Karna, he had to believe on Bhishma, he had to believe on Dronacharya, a lot of other characters in his party he has to believe to win the war. So this was the biggest problem in his life. Fear is very dangerous. It will totally destroy us. So we should transform this fear into braveness. For example, you have a fear of taking decisions and you're not able to do it. Your imagination will help you to do this. What you have to do is imagine that you're sitting in a beautiful room like this and you are into a fear of taking decisions. You're sitting. Suddenly, you think that something inside you, a light that grows within you, and you are brilliant now. That light just blooms into your brain, and you're ready to take decisions. And you tell your decision, and everyone appreciates you. This is a simple scene. You should decorate your scene with everything. Everything should be fantastic in that room. The people to whom you're going to take the decision also should sit there. You have to see their faces clearly. Arrange the room fantastically, and you talk with that person. You just show your expression. You should tell all the words clearly, and you should express it, and you should also feel it from inside and say the decision correctly, and it becomes successful. You just enjoy that decision. It's fantastic. You just shout that I've done this fantastically. The decision is fantastic. When you just tell this, your brain will start recording that you are out of the fear. It is called imaging programming of your brain, and it will work out like anything. I have done this for certain things and it really worked out. I am not talking from books, I'm talking it from my own experience. So I'll just tell you one such experience which I had, which will help you to understand this. I was in a situation to tell or express an idea in a meeting, and it was informed to me a week before. But in that meeting, a lot of people who are learned people are sitting. I don't know how to express it in front of them. I'm going to give an idea which they all know it, but why they are not telling, I really don't know. But they want it from my mouth. So I just what I did is I started imaging in my brain that all of them are sitting and I am expressing it, and everyone is appreciating it. There are a lot of claps about my ideas. All those people who are ready to sit in that meeting were also there. I just imagined it for 1 week. And when I went into that meeting and when I expressed my ideas, it became fantastic. And it was real that everyone clapped their hands. And everyone was so experienced, and they called me and told that you did a wonderful job. And that was the biggest appreciation that I received. So, which I came out, you can also come out. This is the first illness that I suggested you to come out. It creates a good mental health of brains. You will be ready to face anything in your life. Very simple. There are only two choices in life. One, you will be a failure. Other one is success. If you fail, understand that you're learning. If you are successful, understand that you have to go to the next step. Never stop anywhere. Success and failure are two footsteps that you're walking. One will be at the back, will be at the front. Suddenly, the other one will be at the front, and the other one will be at the back. It is just like walking. And wherever you keep the footstep, one will be a success and one will be a failure. You don't have to worry about it. You just have to think that we are moving on. So, success and failure is not the target, also. The target is your effort. You have to put the utmost effort to express your braveness. This is the first mental health I have discussed. Next one is about desires, a very, very important area. Lot of life is disturbed because of these desires. Really, people don't know what has to be desired and what not has to be desired. Very simple. Keep this in mind. You have to desire for your life, and you should not desire for things that you can afford for. Very simple. If you can give money and buy something, don't desire for that. That will automatically happen. When you have the money, you will give it and buy it. But desire for something that you can't achieve so easily. If you desire for that, you will start working hard. That develops your life. You will get the money to buy anything in life. But if you desire for something that is very easy to get, you spend some lakh of rupees and you will get that thing. What is there to desire for it? When you have lakh of rupees, you are going to get it. But it becomes a problem that if you don't have lakh of rupees, you can't buy it. You will become stressed. You will be into a lot of problems. If you focus on getting that lakhs of rupees and put your desire into that, this is easy. So we have to desire for only things that we can't achieve. We have to not desire for things that is easily we can get it. Man made things are easily to achieve. God made things that difficult to achieve. How is it possible? Very simple. Achieving peace in life, that is God made. It is not human made. It is God made. God has blessed you with peace, but we are not reaching it. If you reach that, everything in life you will get it. Desire for that. Don't desire for. If you give thousands of rupees, you can't get peace. You can't buy it. It is not available in stores. For that, you don't have to worry. You get thousands of rupees and you can get peace. Everyone will be on the store section. It's not like that. Anything that you can't buy, that is what you have to achieve for. If you can buy it, even if you say Rolls Royce, you need crores of rupees, not lakhs of rupees, which is easily you can get it. But driving that car, no, the talent, you can't buy it. You have to develop it. You should have an aim for driving the car. You should have the desire for driving the car. See, you have a car with you and you're not able to drive. That is the pathetic situation. Desire for something that you can't achieve. Don't desire for things that you can achieve by getting something. Simple. This you have it. So, how to come out, how to transform this illness? Very simple. You just think of what you can't achieve easily. Or you're desiring something. You just put it into two categories. Some desire comes in your brain. You just think whether it is easily achievable or difficult to achieve. If it is easily achievable, throw it. Don't take it into you. Go for something that you can't achieve. For example, I have decided something in my life that I want to become the president of India. It is not so easy. Other than that, whatever comes in my life is all easy achievable. This is the biggest non-achievable target because I have to do something. People have to recognize me. Then only I can go and sit as the biggest servant of this country. People think that president is the first citizen of India. No. He is the last servant of the country. He is the person who has to serve the entire country completely. So if I have to go to that level, my mind should be such elaborate. It's very difficult to achieve. That I have to think. Not of just becoming a politician. It's easy. If I spend money, I'll become politician. It is very easily achievable. But I cannot spend money and become president. It's not so easy. I have to do something for the society. So, desire for something which is not easily achievable. That is wanted desires. Unwanted desires is something that you can buy. It is easily available on stores. Anything, even if it is a shirt, it is a pant, or it is a belt, it is a Ray-Ban glass. You go for any branded items, you give money. Getting characterism is not so easy. You have to develop your character. Desire for good characterisms. That is very important. Getting shirts, getting buildings, getting office, all these are only about money, which is easily achievable. But when you go for characterisms, when you go for something very big, it is not so easy to achieve. So divide your desires into two things: achievable desires, non-achievable desires. Non-achievable desires are wanted desires, achievable desires are unwanted desires. It is also a controversy which you can understand it easily. You can call this as a paradox. You just see that when you are not able to achieve, it becomes a wanted desire. When you're easily achievable, it is an unwanted desire. It is a paradox. You have to understand this and change, transform your desires. So, two things we have discussed. First one is about mental health on braveness. Second one is on mental health of wanted desires. Let us go to the third one, very dangerous. Everyone is having this. From kids to old people, they are having this, and that is anger. I have seen kids hitting the wall. They got that much of anger. If you ask them to do something, they will go and hit the wall. That much anger has been boomed out because every parent is having that anger. They have put this anger into the gene. There is a copy of that anger into the gene now. Like this, anger has been seeded into it. We should transform it. We should change that anger into peace. Why this anger actually comes? When we are getting confused, when we are not on the right path, automatically anger comes. We are this as a problem. Actually, you can see the previous one, unwanted and wanted desires, which we are talking, that is also related to anger. Actually, you desire from some unwanted desires and you are not able to achieve it, you get angry. You are not getting something which you wanted, then it becomes an anger. Normally anger develops, and some basically have anger, they just burst out. There is no reason for anything over there. So what you have to do, I will teach you another simple technique. This everyone can follow because anger is with everyone. So everyone can try this. Very simple technique. Very, very simple. You have to count the number 100, 1 to 100, not 1 to 100 in reverse. 100 to 1, you have to count it. But in one condition. Every time you say a number, you have to say yourself that I am highly peaceful. I am extraordinarily peaceful, something like this. So you have to say like this: 100, extraordinarily peaceful. 99, I am extraordinarily peaceful. 98, I am extraordinarily peaceful. You just have to say it 100 times, but in a reverse. What really happens? Actually, the brain is programmed in such a way that it has to tell everything in an order. When you try to come in a reverse, what really happens is the brain starts to function in a different way. It feels difficult. Actually, tries to change the program. So there is a program called anger. We are not talking about that anger to the brain. We are talking about the peaceful. We are talking about happiness. So what happens? Automatically, wherever there is an anger related things, it will be reversed. It will be replaced with this peace. This will not happen in 1 or 2 days. You have to practice it for 3 months. It is not an easy task because this anger is highly seeded into your chromosomes. It is like a gene copyright. So gene copyright and all, you cannot so easily change it. You need to struggle with this, but it will slowly get transformed. Your anger will be transformed into peace. Yeah, friends. So I have discussed three topics now. One is fear, the other one is wanted desires, and the third one is about anger, transforming fear into braveness, unwanted desires into wanted desires, and third one is anger into peace. Remaining, we have got 5 different topics that will be in the forthcoming videos. You can see it. If you want those contents also, then subscribe my channel, Dharshan Zwislang. So we will meet you again with another wonderful content on all these 5 transformations. Thank you. Thank you very much.